was not excited about getting out of bed this morning to work out. With working out, showing up is like 99% of the difficulty. Last night, we did this live stream thing, which was not as fun as the first one because we ran into some technical difficulties. But I still really appreciated the opportunity to interact with some of our viewers on a more kind of like extended, more personal level. It's a lot slower paced than the vlogs. I would consider it like for people that want to go a little bit more in depth into what our family is about or what we believe. But we'll put the link at the end. You can check it out if you want. But after the live stream, Cami and I were feeling a little burned out. So we went on a little cookie dough bender. It was like the healthier kind, I guess. That's how we justified it to ourselves.
I'm gonna go back there so everybody. Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where'd that go? Every bean is precious. Oh, there you go. One and some change. We had only enough for a half French press. It's time to roast.
There is like a thunder lightning storm out here right now. It's pretty exciting.
We're all freezing. It's 39 degrees and you turned off the heat?
Okay, we're working through some stuff right now. Cami just found out the heat's been off the whole day.
It's especially cold today. That 61 degrees feels colder for some reason. What does it say?
It's 39 now, but if you look later on, look.
55 in here.
It's 55 in here!
It's supposed to be, see, if you look by around 4 p.m., it's supposed to get up to 62 outside. If you wait till tomorrow, it'll be up to 63.
You're looking at numbers. I'm telling you, I feel cold.
I'm just saying, if you wait, your feelings will change. It will get warmer. We just gotta tough it out, family.
And the dull voice saying, I'll give my heart to Jesus, so Jesus take me home. I'll give my soul to Jesus, so Jesus is my home. The song trailed off to a murmur and then stopped.
Hey, it's the first day of spring.
Look back.
No, it says it's today.
Crying in the bird. Is it on? Yeah, what?
Hey Dad, can I borrow your computer for...
Oh, watch out, honey. Please.
One of the exciting things that happened over the weekend was, you guys remember when we were in Florida, we got our new drone because the old drone... Over the weekend, I sold the new controller because I didn't need 2 controllers, I only needed 1. I sold on eBay for 310 bucks. That saves me from spending $1,000 on the new drone controller to really now just $700 on the new drone. One of the other cool things that Facebook showed me today. 5 years ago, our family became debt-free. And that's a picture of us celebrating at Dairy Queen, where we all went and we bought our own blizzards for the kids. We'd never done that before. Actually, I don't think we've ever done it since. So I thought with this kind of momentous occasion of 5 years being debt-free, we would share a little bit of what the last 5 years have been like for us and how it's been really different. I wrote a blog post about this that will take about 4 minutes to read that I would highly encourage you to read because I put a lot of energy into it. It's really hard to talk about debt in our culture because debt is actually seen as a good thing.
Or a necessary thing.
Or a necessary thing. And I'm sure there's benefits to it, but I want people to be honest about the negative impact it has, especially on our minds. And then the other thing people do is they say, oh, well, you're rich, it's easy for you to say, so I'm not gonna listen to you. Please don't do that. So I put a lot of energy into this article to try and craft it in a way where I think we actually need a mindset shift about debt. Okay, that's it. The link's gonna be below in the comments and all that. Before, when we were in debt, we were overspending in every way. There's the financial capital, that's kind of obvious. You know, we owed banks money, and we were never big on consumer credit card debt. I don't think we ever had that. But we did have mortgages. So we owed people that way, and that was just like always in the back of our mind.
That's considered good debt in our
Yeah, that was even good
society.
debt. But I didn't realize how much it impacted our decision making until we didn't have it. And then the second thing is we were always busy. I mean, we were in debt with our like calendar.
That's interesting.
I don't know if that makes sense. We never felt like we were caught up. Like there was always stuff to do. We were behind, running around like chickens with our heads cut off. Our priorities were just kind of out of whack, working like crazy, making more money than I ever had. And that's why I speak to people of all income levels and say that debt is not just a state of income. It's actually a mindset. It's like a pace, you know? And debt, if you think about it, very simply, you are spending more than you're making. You're promising something you don't have. And that lends itself to a certain lifestyle where you're constantly catching up, paying off things from decisions that you made previous.
In our culture, I think it's kind of funny because it's probably the homeless person who's in the least amount of debt in our culture because he doesn't have a mortgage.
The decision to pay off our debt was not like a financial one, at least primarily. It didn't come from like trying to save money on interest because there's all this math that says sometimes it's actually financially beneficial to have debt. Prioritize.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. I just realized I forgot to put these 2 cables in that box. The decision to get out of debt was actually a philosophical one of trying to live in a right way. And I'm not saying like right versus wrong, but like the best way. And what I noticed was, although I knew we couldn't afford the house and we could like put the money in the bank, it caused us to live in a certain way where we felt like we could afford certain things.
So we're like leveraging ourselves in every way. Because you have this certain mindset that if it's okay to do that with money, then it's okay to do that with my schedule, my time.
Getting access to that much money quickly, I think forced us to skip a bunch of lessons that throughout history, young men and women and married couples have had to learn, like the hard way. And we could just say, oh man, we've invented some shortcut now, we're better. I don't think that's true.
We might even be learning the hardest way by having debt over you for most of your life, if not all your life.
And things just handed to you. And it's not like they're being handed to you by your grandpa that's looking out for you and caring for you and like protecting you. It's handed to you by a bank or credit card company that doesn't give 2 shits about you. They just want to make money off you. So when they say, hey, you are qualified for a new loan, what they mean is you fit our risk criteria that we think will help us make the most amount of money, which is a very different thing. And I write about this in the blog post. Like I said, it's only 4 minutes, but some of the things we've experienced in the last 5 years are just like, I'm able to see, put first things first more. Like when we're making a decision about our family, I'm able to think what's actually best for our family, not how am I gonna pay off the mortgage and then what's best for our family. Also with like adventures and travels, a lot of the things you guys see, like we traveled to Florida, we took weeks off to hike around mountains, you know, we plan and run and do things for marathons, which we think is good for our spiritual and physical health.
Even why we can vlog right now as our full-time job.
Is we don't have to think about debt. And it might not seem like it takes up a lot of space, but it's actually the order of the space that it takes up. And when you are in debt, we think, and this is what we experience, it's the first thing you need to think about always, is debt. And it makes it so that everything else gets kind of the leftovers. Right now, our family planning and adventures and calling, that gets our first place. So people talk about this all the time in the comment section, and they say things like, well, you guys are different financially. And yeah, we've been blessed incredibly. We've had higher income than most people. But I actually think the largest step we ever took to get out of the rat race or to experience freedom was the decision to pay off debt. And at the time, no one was telling us to do it. I can't think of one person that was saying, hey, pay off your mortgage. Because, and this should be shocking or alarming, when the church people are living the exact same way as the people of the world, that should be like a red flag. And in this way, we hear the same message. That's just shocking and a little bit scary to me.
Dairy Queen. Lizards. Kind of want one of those.
I thought we could go tonight because we're actually going to do something really fun to celebrate tonight, and we haven't told the kids yet. And we were actually just going to do it anyways, but now I'm going to turn it into a celebration for this.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, good idea.
You'll see what it is.
We got a bunch of these things at
The marathon.
which was like, oh great, chocolate milk. We love chocolate milk. But it has,
And it was free. You gotta say it was
and
free.
it's free, so it feels all nice and stuff. But then there's like a bunch of in this.
Tensions are a little bit high right now because Cammie's cleaning out the fridge and she tried to throw away my sauerkraut juice. And this is not the cheap kind of sauerkraut either.
He's lucky it was in that fridge for as long as it was.
So tonight celebrates 5 years ago that we got out of debt as a family. So to celebrate, we are gonna go to the $2 theater and see not Harry Potter, but the new Star Wars movie. Yay! Which is actually kind of old, but it's new for you guys. But you are gonna stay home.
Ben roasted coffee today. I got a little nervous because we were out of coffee. And then I went to a coffee shop to do some journaling, and I thought maybe I should pick some coffee up, but I'm glad I didn't.
That is a really good batch of coffee.
Some of you have been asking about the cost of roasting beans. It's about 1/3 of the price for if you were to go to a nice coffee shop and get some beans. And what's also nice about it is it's fresh. We have coffee freshly roasted every single week.
Hi.
We are getting started on our family 12-step meeting. This meeting is a chance for all of us to get on the same level, parents and kids, about how we in our life right now feel powerless and at where areas where we need help. And the format is cool because whoever's sharing just shares and there's no crosstalk, which means there's no feedback, even if it's positive.
The only requirement for participation is a desire to resist temptation and become spiritually sober.
We are going to the Ghetto $2 theater to see Star Wars Rogue One.
Star Wars. Dude, this is ghetto. Scary looking in here. The last time we were here, the heat wasn't working at one of the theaters. It was like freezing, just like our house.